be in the passenger seat as I drive home. And so that means that I'm not going to be looking at the chat. So you're just going to hang with John and I as we go from
Chili's there.
Chili's. We were at Chili's. But I was going to tell them location. So we're in Middletown, New York, and now we're heading back home. We went to a ENT doctor's appointment for John because John thought that he had something in his ear.
I did. I had a hair.
And he's like, I can't hear. There's got to be wax buildup. And he was just like, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, all right. So we made the appointment, and we actually were able to get a quick appointment. And we got there, and the doctor's like, there's nothing wrong with your ears. So that's what we're doing. And I said to him, and then we just had Chili's. But we've got a bunch of people here, so I'm not going to actually look at the chat. I have probably about a 50-mile drive home. So we'll stick, and you guys just chat in the comments, and then what I'll do is I'll look at the comments when I get home. But we just had Chili's, and because we don't get that where we live, and they stuck us in the bar area, and there was people right behind John. Do you want to tell them?
No,
you can tell them. Oh, you.
tell them.
There was a man and a woman. The man talked so loud that John and I couldn't hold a conversation. Like, it was that loud. Like, that I want to address in the year 2026. Not as I am like, I just want to talk about proper etiquette, manners. When you look at 2025, we talked about the magic, we talked about secret. Magic was all about gratitude and thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, that comes from being a person that has good manners. And sometimes we all slack and we all forget. I'll give John an example, and my hands are freezing, so I'm gonna just grabbing his hand. Sorry, you guys could probably hear that. But so when we're checking out the doctor's appointment, the doctor had said you should get another hearing test at least once a year because his hearing is going down, down, down. So the woman says, okay, how does such and such date work? And he's like, yeah, that works. And I hate yeah. I really do. When you're speaking to somebody and they're, yes, that works for me. Yes, no. That's what I like, So John says, yeah, that works. So I smack him and I'm like, just say yes. And you know what's funny? I think Vinny uses yeah, but TJ uses yes. Like when I watch TJ with business, yes, sir, yes, yes. You hardly hear yeah come out of TJ's mouth. So those are one of the words that maybe we can wipe out. So that was that. What else? There was something else I wanted. So I did talk to Andra this morning. She actually was talking to me as I drove down, because now I'm heading back upstate. I'm downstate. Now I'm going to head upstate. I think if you could see out my back window, you could see that there's some snow. Not as much here was by us. We got 7 inches. I measured it the other day and it was 6 3/4. But I talking to Andra, and she should be to me next weekend. I'm looking forward to that. John's looking forward to that. He's so good with everyone, so it's gonna be nice. We have some work. I have a lot of work in my head that she's gonna probably be like, oh my god. But I was telling her the story. We were in the single digits last night, and then it got to be negative numbers up by us. So when we woke up, it was literally 0, but felt colder than that. And then throughout, it got warmer. Now it's 25, and it's like a cloud. The sky is nothing but clouds. Where on the way down, there was no clouds, and the sun was shining so bright. But, so on the coldest days of the year, I'm going to get mushy. I put on this turtleneck. This turtleneck is from 1990, December of 1990. This is a navy blue sweatshirt. Did I say sweatshirt? Sweater. And I told Andrew the story. I go, do you know what I call this sweater? I call this the love sweater. I do. So some of you might have heard this story, and some of you might not. But back in the day, right, and when you say that, you feel really old. When I was a police officer, John was also a police officer in New York City, the Daily News was on strike, which was the local New York newspaper. So when a big corporation goes on strike, wherever they're printing the papers, wherever they're manufacturing and writing the papers, there's picketers. So they have us out there 24 hours a day, keeping an eye on the picketers. So it's a detail, and it's 24 hours a day from the beginning of the strike to the end of the strike. And you would get a sign there, but you'd also get overtime. So there were 12 to 18 hour shifts. And I had gotten a Manhattan location. And John was able to take a break on his. It was a little bit south of me in New York City. And he came to visit me while I was standing on post. And I literally was freezing because it was December. And you got to stand out there because they'll come back by the bosses, make sure you're there, and then they, have to sign your memo book to confirm that you were on post. So it's not like you can go hide and keep warm. So I was literally out there and I was freezing because, again, back in those days, there were no warm clothes for women. Anything that I wore, such as thermals or things like that, even my boots, were made for men. It was a man's world back then, which I'm not complaining, it was just the way it was. He literally saw me on post freezing. He took the sweater off his back and he gave it to me. So, since then, this is what I call the love sweater. Because this guy, right there, say hi, Johnny.
Hello. And it doesn't fit me anymore.
He took it off of his back to give it to me. And it's been mine since. But yeah, so on the coldest days of the year, you will find me wearing this sweater. Yeah, I wish I could see the comments. I think we have about, I don't even know how many people we have here. But I said I haven't been live. I was live Sunday night, but every day there's something going on that takes a big block of time. So I'm trying to catch up and get organized, but it's crazy. I did find out who my elfster was. My elfster was Jeanette's Journey. So after I posted my video yesterday, she sends me a text message. She's like, I was your elfster. And I was like, I love everything. I loved it. And Christy sent me something, and Kimberly sent me the beautiful card. And I'm telling you, if you're not a member, not that I'm looking to promote my memberships, but the camaraderie and the connection in our members only section on my channel is just amazing. And to be part of Elfster, you do have to be a member. And I said that it's hard for me to receive gifts, but when I was done, I was so it was so, it was like a childlike emotion that comes over you. You're like, look at all these gifts I got. Like, it makes you just feel warm inside. So I loved everything I got. And I love that we do that together as a village. I really do. Don't you love that? See the clouds? You can see the clouds above me. I would tell John to read the things, but he wouldn't be able to see them. When we go home, yeah, we left about 10:15, and it's now 12:42. I don't even know. I'll be home within 45 minutes. But Miss Ella will go outside and she'll run around. And John's got to do a little bit more plowing, right, John? That's what you're going to do?
What?
You're going to take the dog out to run and then you're going to do some plowing?
Yes.
I can't hear. Even though I'm sitting right next to him, he does not hear me. I don't have to cook dinner tonight because we went to Chili's and I get, so John will have that stuff plus whatever. I have a pot pie left, so he'll nosh on that. And then it's not a secret. I don't think it's going to be a secret, but, and he knows, Andrew's going to be with me starting next week, but Lisa, she persisted, might be coming north. So we might be able to see her and have a gathering. It would be sweet. That's in the works. Kind of said it the other night on live. My house for New Year's Eve. I would love that. Bring in the new year. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? Oh, that would be oh, see the sun? The sun's coming out. It's right here above the mountains. I wish that my phone was a little bit higher in my car so that you'd see the vision in front of me. It's the mountains are in front of me with the pine trees and the snow. Yeah, the snow. So goals. My goal is for today, obviously taking care of my husband. For me, I need to work on the members' gifts for November and December. And then I promised, because I was late, you will get an extra for the year as a thank you for showing me grace. My headache is gone. Don't have that. Still have something. Just to ignore it. No, I don't. I do want to make a save video. I really do. But that would be really catching up on the necessities of November. But I did have a beautiful conversation with Budget and Chaos yesterday. All right. So in yesterday's video, I told you that my day felt like chaos yesterday. Yesterday was Thursday. So on Wednesday, I had placed a Walmart grocery order. John and I were doing errands together in town. We went to lunch, went to pick up the Walmart grocery order, and every spot was taken to pick up the groceries, and there were about 6 cars deep. So it was almost like a 2-hour wait. So we pulled off and we're like, you know what, I'll come back. I went home, I had to pick my sister up, grabbed the dog, and I went back a little while later. Still a 2-hour wait. All right, no big deal. I called them, they said, yeah, well, you can pick it up tomorrow. Okay. So yesterday morning, John woke up and he went to go get bagels for the family, and he went to Walmart. Still, nobody there, nobody taking out the Walmart pickup. So I literally called Walmart and I canceled it. No big deal. John came home with the bagels. He had gotten a deer this year, so I literally had to and put it in the freezer. So I was doing that, and I was like, you know what? Let me go to Walmart and actually grocery shop, which I
Police
can't
reported
stand.
ahead.
Police are ahead. So I get in the car and I was like, let me call Budget and Chaos. And she could keep me company when I drive to town. And because the conversation was so amazing, I was like, let me just sit in the parking lot and talk to her for a few minutes, and then I'll go in and power shop. All of a sudden, we're talking, and my phone starts beeping in, and I'm like, Marty, I gotta go. I was supposed to meet with my insurance guy at 11 o'clock in the morning at my house. I totally forgot. So I answer his call, and I was like, I'm 10 minutes, I'm in town, I'm coming back. He's like, Don, don't rush. Okay. Fly all the way home. I meet with him. What I didn't get a chance to tell you guys is this. The company that he worked for that held my mortgages and my car were no longer doing homeowners insurance. And as of next week, there would be a cancellation. So I spoke to him before we went to Florida, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna talk to the other insurance companies and come up with a quote for you.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
Well, we came home and I got sick, so I couldn't even talk to him, and we pushed it off till last week. And then this week we had, we were supposed to, I saw him on Saturday, and we were supposed to have a meeting on Tuesday, and then Wednesday I was out, and on Thursday came and I was supposed to meet him at 11 o'clock in the morning, and I totally forgot. So his quote came back from another company, and I was not happy with it. So he literally left, and I said to him, Pete, I'm sorry. I said, I'm not happy with this. I'm going to sit here and do some homework. And he's like, Don, no hard feelings. He says, business is business. I said, okay. So 3 hours later, I contact Allstate again, which was our company for 30 years. Got the girl on the phone who knows me, and homeowners and automobile got bundled, and there's a savings in there for the year. So I'm happy about that. And I'm happy that I didn't just say, you know what, it doesn't matter. I could have just said, you know what, it expires Tuesday. Today's Thursday. I can't. Part of me wanted to say, yeah, whatever. But that budget saver in my head was like, oh, hell no, Donna. You need to do better for yourself. And I literally sat there yesterday. I had all the papers across the kitchen counter. And John came home and he wanted to have lunch. So he starts taking out all the food, and my papers were just in order, and I'm on the phone. So little by little, I picked up each pile of papers, and this is what's so cool. I moved to the dining room table. But now, if you guys remember, when we did the bathroom, that's when I switched insurance companies. So that will be 2 years in March. 2 years in March. So when I called my girl at Allstate, she's like, Donna, I'm not seeing all the policies. Like, Allstate would usually have the policies on, She's like, I'm not finding them. I'm like, Jack, give me a second. I went into my office. I went straight to a stack of papers that I hold on to for probably 3 to 4 years. I do. You know me, my pen to paper. And, I still hold on to things. And you guys know I still have my ledger from the 90s. I went in my office and I got my old policies, and I was able to work with her based on my old policy numbers. And like I said, 3 hours later, and I'm up and running again. And then here's the perk that comes back. The perk that comes back is when I switched insurance companies, the automatic payments come out of your checking account, right? All right, no big deal. I was okay with that. When you go back to Allstate, your automatic payments can go on to the credit card, which you all know that we use the credit card for everything, and at the end of the month it gets paid off, and we reap the rewards of airline miles. So whenever John goes to Florida to visit his parents, or we take a vacation, we never have to pay for our airline. So I was so excited that we will make more miles, because now the automatic payment for the insurance company is back on that credit card. So I said to Jackie yesterday, the girl, I said, I feel like I'm double dipping. And she's like, Donna, because I told her what I do. And she's like, my son does that, and he's going to Hawaii. And because he uses his credit card and pays it off, uses his credit card and pays it off, their flight, their hotel, and their rent-a-car is all covered. And this is how much he's going to need out of pocket for that vacation. So I was like, she's like, Don, I'm so proud of my son. And I said, exactly. And that's the point. You can't do this if you're not going to pay that full balance off, because the interest is going to kill you. You can't do that. So I'm truly blessed that that's happening, and I feel like I'm getting a savings, but I'm also going to be getting more miles. So, is that Miss Shar? I see capitals. Donna. Will it change the HELOC? No, the HELOC's working, and the HELOC is there. I will just, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait till February to discuss the HELOC and say where the last year went and where we're at. Is to have that HELOC and have the deed and the titles, and to see that interest. If I said this to both Andra and Lisa, my wish for this holiday season is this. My wish is that anyone that needs our community, our savings and budget community, my wish is that they find us. Because I know that there are so many people out there that don't look at their numbers. They won't acknowledge their credit card debt or the interest rate that they're paying on those credit cards. You know, most of these credit cards are 30% interest. You're going to have these credit cards for the rest of your freaking life. And, you know, our village knows this. So my prayer this year is that people that actually need us find us. That's my wish. And if you guys could just wish that also. That HELOC, and, you know, just watching, not just me, watching anyone do a budget, doing no spend, and take that need versus want mentality. It's amazing how far you will come on your own financial journey. We have someone close to us that needs us so much, but they're not open to it. And you know what? We just got to wish and hope and pray for them. And now, I wanted to talk about this. The holiday season. The holiday season gets so many people in that depressed state, right? That, you know, the whole idea of that, what Christmas is supposed to look like, what the tree, under the tree is supposed to look like on December 25th. You know, we have to get rid of that and focus on not only the true meaning of Christmas, but the need versus want. What's the necessity? What do we actually need? There are plenty of gifts out there, and I'll use this as an example. It's a silly example, but it's an example. one of the gifts I got in Ulster were socks. Of course, they had Mickey Mouse on them. Not, they made me giggle, smile, and happy. But I wore them today because it's so cold, and those are boot socks. So that's a necessity. It's a cute gift that's going to make someone smile, but it's a necessity. We just have to change our thinking, right? Our thinking. And honestly, my men, John, TJ, Vinny, and this all started with TJ, and I say this all the time. TJ was the one that says, Ma, we don't need this no more. We don't need this. We don't need the gifts we get throughout the year. And I said, you know what, T, you're right. We don't need. But I said, the only thing I want, because I still want something. I want one thing. I want that love note. Once a year at Christmas time, I want that love note from my men. Tell me the things that, made your year great together. Like, that's all I want. How hard is that to just take a pen and paper and give that gift? That gift is going to last, well, for me, it's going to last a lifetime because I'm going to save it till the day I die. I see you guys are all commenting. I'm at a light, so I'm allowed to look. I think we're like, I don't even know how many strong we are. But this is the story here. I'm going to be heading into the rural area. And if I start losing internet, I will just know that I love yous, and then I'm going to work hard to do a save video tonight. Yeah, I think I can do that. Since I don't have to cook, we're going to let Ella run around for a little bit. If anybody knows the area I'm in, the trotters, the racetrack trotters are right here. So there's a trotter. You see it, Johnny? The horse is running right there. Love to watch the trotters. He's a beautiful black stallion. Oh my gosh, that's one good looking horse. The horses, on the way down to state, John's saying, I kind of get why people move to Florida. Not bashing it. I go, okay, you can understand that all you want, but I'm looking at the white covered ground, and the pine trees still have that snow on them, so it looks like almost like a ceramic Christmas tree. That makes me so happy. Like, just by telling you what I'm looking at, I'm taking in the detail of the moment. And I'm going to give this one a thank you. I said, can I go live? And he's like, yeah, go ahead. He's probably going to take a nap now, right? You going to take a power nap?
Mm-hmm.
I knew he was going to take a power nap. He took off his glasses, put down his phone, and he gets this, into this comfortable position. And I could tell just when he got into that position that he was going to take a nap. I love it. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And then, maybe tomorrow, I will do a live. I did go live last night with Andra on Instagram. So, I'm going to ask you guys this. Make sure you're following Andra and I on Instagram, because we're going to do pop-up lives over there. So you don't want to miss out on that. So we're trying to grow Instagram also. So we're going to pop into a live there. I did talk to her yesterday. When she's here, we have a couple of things that we want to do in the kitchen. But one of her favorite treats at Disney is the Rice Krispie treat shaped like Mickey Mouse. And I have the cutter with the Mickey Mouse shape. So I was like, we can do that, and we can put them on sticks, and we could dip them in chocolate and put some sprinkles on them. She's like, really? I go, yep. And so I think that's going to be one of the major things that we do together. The other thing is the hop. The hop. The hop stuff is coming together amazingly. One book, one binder this year. The envelopes are starting to come to life. One tracker that I think is beautiful. So our goal is to have everything hop available right around Christmas time. So a lot of things going on. Lots of stuff. Yeah, and then something else in the kitchen that we're going to do. I make sausage bread, and Andrea doesn't eat. What she said today, she goes, I eat bird and fish. So the bread that we'll make for her will be turkey bread, and it'll be delicious. So we're going to do that together. I'll do my sausage bread, she'll do her turkey bread, and I don't know, she keeps talking macaroni and cheese. I might have to try that. Oh, look at that building. That's brand new. Huh. Can you tell I don't get out much? I haven't been this way in over a month. Yeah. And I don't know. Nothing else. Like my office is my office looks great. I'm happy with the way things look. Still trying to figure out what my planner looks like for 2026, my financial, my YouTube, and my personal. I have to run 3 planners, which is fine. Definitely keeps me accountable. And I want us to really talk about goals Sunday night. Now, the Queen's budget might join me Sunday night. It all depends on whether or not something comes up. But we were talking about her coming in on Sunday night. The other thing is this. Do I have anyone here that can so every followers? I really would like to help her there. So maybe that will be tonight's video, is to maybe do a giveaway. Ooh, I like that idea. Do you see that idea just came out of my head? I might have to do a standalone video for She Persisted Budget and Savings. I like that idea. And it'll be open to anyone that is publicly subscribed to her. Yeah. What do you think of that? Can you guys let me know who's here? Do you think that's a great idea or no? Well, not that you guys say no, but what do you think? You think that's a good? I think that's a good one. I'm coming up on a stoplight, so I'd be able to talk to you for a second. Honestly, my butt should go to Walmart today because tomorrow's Saturday and that place will get crazy. Oh, we got yeses. Yes. And if you have a channel, or if you have a channel, or if you just make a post on YouTube or even Instagram, and you don't have to have a channel, you could just be a person. Would you do that for me, for her? I would love for you to help me help her. Because I think that even though you don't have a channel, you have the means to put out a community post. Am I correct? And if you do put out community posts, you should just have us all subscribe to one another. Huh. We might have to discuss that. So, from this light that I'm going to be coming up at, this is the last light. And that's when I get into the country. Not wild. This is the last light, and then the country. So, internet's probably going to disappear. Can you all see the snow outside? Let's see if can you all see the snow back there? Can you all see that? If I can find a way to turn these around, I would show you real quick. Because now it's really rural. I can show you. Okay. Oh, you guys can actually see a little. This is the Winter Wonderland. Isn't that pretty? We had a lot of snow for the first snow. Well, honestly, I don't think this was the first snowfall. I think the first snowfall fell while we were on the cruise. Yeah. Yeah. I'll wait a second or two, and then I'll really show you the back road, the country road. But that's where I might lose you. Yeah, we're up to 21 degrees. I have the fireplace on today, and hopefully it's still going, like still enough ambers so that when I go home, all I have to do is throw logs on. Poor John, he says the outdoor wood stove is taking up so much wood the last couple of nights because we were down to single digits. And then working on the hop calendar, we will have there's two new channels. Well, two new channels joining us. Not new channels to YouTube, but two channels that are joining the hop for the first time in January. And actually, I think, and then in February, we're going to rotate the new channels. The OGs will stay the OGs, and then we'll rotate new channels into it. So I'm so excited about that. I know that Christine, with a K, in Bermuda, she sent me an email. I saw that come through. So Christine, if you are watching, I'm not sure, I will get back to you, and I think we're going to tally the hop for 2025 with her list. Yeah. We are working on the committees still. That's something that when Andrea gets here, I am going to work really hard with her on. Looking forward to that. It's so beautiful. I can't take my eyes off this. So, yes, I think Jack is here. Is Jack here still? Yes. So Jack and Marie and Jeanette and Judy. I know that there's already a committee for something. They're working. They're gonna be there for me. And when I say that they're there for me, they're really here for all of us, right? And it's amazing how the term "it takes a village" is really coming to I don't even know what the word I'm looking for is. I'm looking at this beautiful barn that was one of my favorites, and the roof is caving in. That's how old it is. Oh, let me show you guys really quick. So, we're definitely rural. But do you see, I'm going to show you right past this farm. And there's cars behind me, so I can't really slow down. Right past this farm, this next group of property. So if you're music people, Woodstock, the 60s, 1969 Woodstock Music Festival was supposed to be held in Woodstock, New York, but it got switched to Bethel, New York on Mr. Yasgur's property, right? Well, this next farm was Mr. Yasgur. And if you look closely on the side of the building, This is the house that he actually lived in, and his name is still on it. Very, very historical, this area. So historical. So right here, you're going to see this big giant figure, and you could go slow on the replay. But right here after this tree line, there's a lumberjack, huge 5-story lumberjack right there. You see him? But right up there is his house, Mr. Yasgur. Yeah. Sorry. I know you're like, one day I'll slow down and I'll take you there. But do you see the snow-covered life? Now, the road I'm turning on is definitely the back road, country road. And there might not even be another car coming at me. Sometimes there is, sometimes there's not. But look at the snow. It actually looks like it's going to snow today. Yeah. The only thing that you really have to watch out for on this road is the wild animals, the deer. We do have a car coming at me. See, I will take the deer and the bear any day. But, like, look at this. This, John's like, oh, we gotta go all the way down there to go to the doctor. I'm like, first of all, I do the driving. All you have to do is sit there and be the passenger. And look at this. This is absolutely amazing. This is it. This is where, look at this country. I will take the country life over the city life any day. Been there, done the city life. I should have kept you forward. The tree lines are gorgeous, but I'm probably gonna lose you. I'm pretty sure within the next minute, I'm gonna lose you. And of course, I have one car behind me today, which I usually don't. And this is such a beautiful country, windy road that I won't go. You're stuck behind me, dude. You can kiss my bumper. It's that pure. It's that pretty. Yeah, there's one little general store on this road that has the local post office in it, and it's probably from the 1800s. Yep. Yeah, he's gonna pass me. Have a good day. Bye. I'll turn these around so you guys can see. Yeah. Super easy peasy. I love that you guys are here with me. But you know what I've gotten so used to in life? Where's the rush? Where do you have to be? I mean, unless you're going to an emergency, what is the actual rush? It's okay to be late. I'm not even looking at you guys. I'm just gonna enjoy the road. It's one of my favorite roads. I wish I could play Christmas music in the background, but I'd probably be demonetized. Look at the trees. See the snow left on the trees? That's what I was talking about. That's like a painting, like a Bob Ross painting. I don't even know if I still have you all. The best part is at the end of this road, and you could see for miles. But look. Oh my gosh. Are you, if you're still with me and you still have me, are you a city girl or a country girl? Would you rather live in the city, or would you like the adventure of the country? Curious. gonna look. Promise. I'm so happy. I hope it's a pretty area. It was right about here where John said to me this morning about Florida. I go, no, I'll take this. I'll take it. I always like that house too, right there. Woods. She's like, sure. I hope I still have you. Someone let me know if I still have you. Just curious. Hey, stay there. Car coming out of its driveway. Ta-da, I'm back. Am I still with you? Someone give me a yes. Because if I'm still with you, I'm so surprised. Oh, I got a yes. I did. Nice. This is like the turn where it's like you can't come faster in this turn. Wish I would have still had you facing forward. There's a beautiful, cute, vintage